Yes, this is Tactical Radio on Tactical United. Man United lose to Atletico Madrid. Again, Ralf Rangnick has clearly shown that he's not even up to the standard. I don't know why we even considered him when you actually look at his CV. If you, I was gassed about him, but I quickly realised maybe after a couple of weeks that he's not the manager that can actually take us to where we need to be. And I know he's only interim, but we need a manager who can implement a style of football. Number one, he has implemented no style. We need a manager who's strong and got balls to make brave decisions. He's got no balls and he's not strong. We need a manager who's passionate about the job and shows a lot of enthusiasm. And he doesn't show any enthusiasm. He just looks like he's lost. He looks like he's not ready for this type of level. He's not. He's never managed at this level. I mean, we're talking about Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, Leipzig. We're talking about if this is his like first Champions. Was this his first Champions League game in knockout phase? It was like, no, it wasn't his first knockout phase. He did it with Schalke, but still, he hasn't really done a lot in football at all, and he's just showing that he's very weak. He's showing that he doesn't really know how to put a team together, how to make a team work, especially as top players. With top players, it's different types of levels. With top players, you have to have a kind of like a cohesive system, and you have to understand your players' psyche and get them to work in their best positions. And he's done none of that. I think, the benching of Paul Pogba was wrong. I thought Bruno Fernandes was horrendous, and he's been horrendous for months, for about a year. He's been horrendous. Over a year, he's been horrendous. We're talking about a guy we paid 65 million for, and he's not doing anything. And Maguire is rubbish. Maguire cost us the game. The fact that Maguire keeps playing is a massive issue. We should be playing Varane and Lindelof. I don't know why Maguire is even in the team. He's rubbish. He's crap. Rubbish. Average, like Jacob, yeah? See Jacob, yeah? Because that's his real name. If you don't know his real name is Jacob. Jacob is rubbish, yeah? Harry's not even his real name. Jacob is crap. My man went out of the defence, tried to press, got caught a hole in the defence, and bang, they scored. He did it about 4 times before they did that. Like, he is so rubbish. He cannot adapt his game. And Rangnick is giving this guy time and energy to adapt his game to his style, and he can't adapt to Rangnick's style. He can only play the Ollie don't press style. That's all he can do. And I don't blame him though. I blame Rangnick because Rangnick is picking him every game and he can't play his style. Why is he picking a player that cannot play his style of football? Why is he picking Bruno Fernandes, who basically does nothing in the game but bitch like a bitch? Honestly, I've never seen a player moan so much and do so little in the game and still, like, I'm so happy he got taken off. He needed to be more embarrassed. He should have got taken off at half time. He was non-existent. He's been non-existent. Rashford, oh my god, wow, 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 what a player, a what a finished he's finished out there. He can't even pass 5 yards. He's gone. Like, for me, I always knew this about Rashford. I always knew that his confidence, he's never really believed in himself. You see, he's never really believed that he's that guy because, let's think about how he came on. He scored those 2 goals. He was a confident kid, just scored a couple goals against Arsenal and against Midtjylland, and he got gassed off that. He ran off the gas, scored a few more goals, but then Mourinho came, didn't really do a lot. Ollie came, he was all right for a little bit, looked okay, got the injury to the back and never been the same. He's just never been the same guy for 2 years. Over 2 years, we've never seen the Rashford that we saw in like 2019. Like, we haven't seen that guy. He's not doing anything in the game right now. He's a finished player. He's a finished player. He has to be moved on. We have to move on. Basically, Ronaldo, Cavani. I know people say why Ronaldo. Maybe not Ronaldo, but Cavani, Pogba. All of these players need to be moved on. We need to try and buy at least 5 to 6 players. We need to try and do that. If we can manage to buy 5 or 6 players, I think it gives us hope. But if we can't, we're just going to be in the same spot, if not worse, next season. But we need to buy 5 to 6. And I know you'll be thinking, how can you buy 5 to 6 players a season? It's very, very possible. It's very possible. If you get rid of all the wages, that's going to be gone. And you You buy like 5 players who suit a certain style. You can change everything mixed with the players that we have. You know, I'm looking at selling Maguire. I'm looking at selling Rashford. I'm looking at letting Pogba go. I'm looking at letting um, Cavani go. I'm looking at letting Martial go. Lingard go. Uh, yeah, looking at buying. We need a right back and a left back. Them two are not good enough. You know, we need a right back and left back. 100%, like 100%. Them two are not good enough. They're not good enough. They're not good enough. Like Delo and Tellez are not good enough. I think we got good defenders. I think Varane, Lindelof, Bailly are very good defenders. I think we need a holding midfielder. We need another midfielder. So we need a holding defensive midfielder and a centre midfielder. We need a winger and we need a striker. So we need a left back, right back, right back, holding midfielder, centre midfielder, winger, and a striker. That's like 200 odd million that needs to be spent. We need to spend 200 odd million, and it's facts. That's what we need to do. We've got no choice. We have to do that. If we can find like good buys, good quality players, good young quality players who can produce a certain high level of football, we can do that, and then get rid of a lot of these players. Get rid of Tellers. Get rid of Wan-Bissaka. Get rid of I think they're both. I think they're both not good. You know, Delo and Wan-Bissaka. To be honest with you, get rid of either of them. Bring a right back in. You know, we just need to move on from Manchester United. Manchester United is finished in this position, and we're definitely not going to get top four. We can't score goals under Rangnick. I would actually get rid of Rangnick right now. I would sack the manager. I think he's terrible. I think he's actually terrible. I actually think he's terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's terrible. I think he's rubbish. I would say, do you know what? Find me a manager to replace you right now, because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this guy in the team. You know, I'm not happy with this guy being a manager. He's rubbish. He's rubbish. He's rubbish. He can't see that Maguire's shit. Like he can't see that Maguire shouldn't be playing in the team. It's actually horrendous. He should be gone. I don't know, man. I just think it's time for us as Man United fans to just accept that we're not even a top club anymore. That performance was probably the worst performance I've seen in the Champions League. I remember we've been beat under Oli, like we've lost games, like we lost against PSG, we lost against Barcelona. Well, that one was the worst. That one was the worst. That loss was just we lost against Villarreal. Villarreal was another poor game as well. I'm not gonna lie. Villarreal we didn't do nothing, but we did a little bit more than that. But it's just individual brilliance. And Ranić is just, I mean, those guys, did you see those guys on the bench? Did you see Phelan? Did you see Phelan, the other guy, and Fletcher standing on the fucking wall? Like, that was one of the, that's the real reason why we're shit. Because we've got these shit guys still there in and amongst the team with their toxic energy and their toxic mentality, their old school Fergie Day mentality, which does not work in this modern era. And the manager's rubbish. The manager is crap, absolutely crap. We need to buy a lot of players, a lot of players, because this whole team, the way the team is structured, it's all over the place. It's literally Ranić. He just doesn't inspire any confidence. He just doesn't make you. There's no passion in him. He's just boring. He's just a bore. Imagine listening to him talk. You'd just be like, oh. He's just like, we need to do this and we need to do that. He's just mumbling. He's not really talking. There's no passion in him. He's just, he's 64 and he's never had a top club. It's not even his fault. He shouldn't be in this position. He should have just went straight into the consultancy role and got a manager that we need, because he's ruined him, and Oli have ruined the season. They both have ruined our season. Both of them have equal say in how our season's gone, and they've fucked it right up. Absolutely fucked it. Tactical red. Man United are finished, and we need to just move on from what this club really is. This club really is a rubbish team.